I require more wine.
Oh, more wine.
Fetch me more wine.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I can't stop. Why'd you give him a pen? He's been making noise the whole time.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have given him. Nico. Nico.
He's like a piece of paper.
No, 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 Nico.
Hello, BookTube. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Rebecca.
Today, it's TBR time.
It's TBR time.
But this is no ordinary TBR.
Oh my gosh, she's getting so dramatic. I love it.
This is no ordinary TBR. What shall be read today?
Or next month.
Whenever we get around to it.
A year from now. Here's the thing. We tried that no TBR thing. Fucked me up
That
real
was
good.
bad.
It was bad. It was a bad time.
It's no good.
Didn't go good. The real fun part is that neither of us are picking our own TBRs.
We're going to pick each other's TBRs.
We're trusting each other. Somehow.
I don't think we really trust each other.
No.
But we're giving some guidelines, and the fun
That's
will
it.
be in the
Yeah.
not trusting.
The fun's like you've had 3/4 of a bottle of wine and you're gonna pick the books I read.
Yeah. This is like our last video of the day, and we are drunk.
Smidgen. Yeah. So we're gonna start with Sarah because she doesn't have any of her books with her. So she's gonna read to me some, a number of books that she has. How many do you want me to pick? 3?
So I'm giving you 4 categories.
I love this.
The categories are nonfiction,
Nonfiction. Okay.
novels.
No,
Just I think that's
general fiction.
Just general fiction,
Okay.
but it's some genre fiction. But the other one is romance.
Romance.
Novels. It's just like all fiction, and then I'm just separating romance novels. And then the last one is audiobooks.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick one from each.
Starting with nonfiction.
Okay.
Number 1, The Moment of Lift by Melinda Gates.
Okay.
This is a book that I just bought today. It is about Melinda Gates and the Gates Foundation and her feminist reasons behind her philosophy in the foundation.
Okay.
Told you a little bit about it.
Yeah.
The next one, Just Mercy.
Okay.
This is one that you lent me,
Yeah.
so you already know what it's about. So I thought I would find this interesting because I loved
The new Jim
the
Crow.
new Jim Crow.
Yeah.
That was really eye-opening and
Yeah.
interesting. The last one is called Spying on Whales.
Oh my god. That's illegal.
I just had to throw in something out of left field for you.
Go on.
It's by Nick Pyenson, and it's about the history, past, present, and future of whales and dolphins in the ocean.
Oh my god.
It's some say it's a little dry and scientific, some say it's well written. There are mixed
Ooh.
reviews, but I will read it eventually.
My instinct is to say Just Mercy because I've read it and I love it.
So
but
the 2 I own right now, Moment of Lift and Just Mercy.
you don't
I
have Spying on
but
Whales?
but I was gonna get it on ebook, so it'll happen anytime.
Okay. What was the first one called again?
The Moment of Lift.
The Moment of Lift. I'm gonna say that one, actually.
Moment of Lift.
Yes, because
Okay.
you bought it recently.
I
It looks
did just
kind
buy
of
it.
short.
It is only like 250 pages.
Right, so I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna go easy on you.
I'm just surprised you didn't pick Spying on Whales. Also
It
fairly
was
short.
tempting.
Only 300
Oh,
pages.
is it? I was worried it was
But
gonna be a little too scientific and
I
heavy.
wasn't gonna pick a book like that. I didn't
Okay.
put any on this.
Spying on Whales.
That's more of like a foghorn.
Fuck, that was a foghorn.
It's more like
Whales, foghorn.
or dolphin. Like
I feel like a crazy clown though. This is all bad.
We're too drunk to try this.
Oh god.
Novels. 2 of them are by C.J. Cherry, who is a very prolific fantasy and science fiction writer. Kind of think like pulp fantasy.
Okay.
The first one is Rusalka,
Okay.
which is, I don't really know the premise, but it is a fantasy, and the creatures are based on like Russian folklore.
Oh, okay.
I picked
Sounds like you.
Rusalka because
Yeah.
I know Rusalka only from reading Witcher books, and it's like a Slavic creature. And then the other one is Port of Eternity. It's science fiction, not fantasy, but I think she clones people. It's like someone who clones people as servants and it's from the point of view of the servants, and it's like some sort of ship that's like a resort for rich people that run by servants where they like play characters. It sounds kind of like a Renaissance fair, but with clones. I don't know, it sounded weird, and I was like, well, I've got to try it. So those are the 2 C.J. Cherry, and the last one is The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman, which is like a woman who's a librarian for like a library that collects books from various dimensions, and she like travels through other dimensions to like find rare books or something, and it's like an adventures. And I think she ends up
books
with,
that you have.
like,
I feel like I'm with you when you buy books. But
you were with me when I bought The Invisible Library.
Really?
I bought it from, I think, Barrington.
Oh.
And it's and I think she ends up with like a, what do you call it? Like a someone who's studying with you, like
A clown.
What do you call like
a student?
A student learner,
Okay.
like an intern.
Mentor.
She's the mentor.
Yeah, mentee.
Anyway, he's gonna be a librarian, but it's like a librarian where you're really like a secret agent and you travel into other libraries from other dimensions.
Okay.
And I get the feeling like it's trying to say that it's gonna be like a romance, but I don't really know.
I'm gonna go with the second book that you said, the clone one.
The Clones.
Yes, the clones.
C.J. Cherry.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones by C.J. Cherry.
Port Eternity is what it's called.
It wasn't called Attack of the Clones. That's your fiction pick.
Okay, the next one, some romance books. The first one, Falling for the Highlander by Lindsay Sands.
Is this the butt one?
So I bought for this upper butt.
For the butt? Yeah.
For the butt.
butt.
It's for the Highlander butt. Is why I bought that.
Let's have another 10 minutes of us talking about this guy's ass.
It's a good butt.
I know. I'd bite it.
Do you need to know anything else about what that's about?
Nope.
Alright.
But yeah.
I think it's like I was torn between 2 Highlander novels, and this was like her brothers are trying to sell her to be a wife so that they can make more money, so she like has to like go out on her own.
Just sell her for a few Scottish horses.
I mean, horses are expensive. Anyway, she's like out on her own and she meets someone who can help her.
Ooh. The last glows with beauty and bravery.
Does it say anything about the guy's butt?
No. It says he wants to protect her with his life and his heart. But
And
what about
his
his
butt.
butt, right?
He could protect her with that
I
butt.
think he could definitely protect anybody with his butt. Look at them buns.
If you just hide it, they'll be like, oh. Plus he's wearing a kilt.
Yeah, that kilt I'm really loving.
And you know
Dang.
he's not wearing anything under the kilt because it's like sliding down a little too far.
Sliding down too far. There's nothing under that kilt.
There's nothing under that kilt.
Nothing under that
And
kilt.
the sword is
You're gonna have a
dragging
hard
it down.
time to beat that butt. Alright, what else you got?
The next one is, do you want to start a scandal?
Do you want
Want
to
start a scandal?
You cannot say that title. Okay.
I mean, it's clearly like a joke title.
Yeah.
This is like a dookie kind of like Regency.
Oh, it's maybe an arrogant, handsome gentleman.
Yeah. I've read a lot of books like this before, but I knew that it would be like easy to get into because I can easily step into that kind of a Regency romance world. So that's kind of why I was thinking that one. The third one is Phoenix Unbound by Grace Draven. Our girl Grace Draven.
Yeah, our boo.
Our boo.
What's it
So
about?
it's, I don't know. I bought it without knowing. It's her latest. It came out last year. It came out about a little less than a year ago. And it's the start of a new series. The second one is already out. So that was why I bought it. It was like, it's the start of a new series. It's already out. I don't even know. It sounded kind of, oh shit, I did look up what it was about.
That's fine. What's it called again?
Phoenix Unbound.
There's only one thing in the world that can beat this Highlander butt, and it's Grace motherfucking Draven.
Are you choosing
Of course
Grace
I'm
Draven?
gonna
Okay.
choose Grace Draven for you.
I'll always choose.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
always go down the Grace Draven road. Last but not least, I need an audiobook for the month of August, and for this, I am giving you carte blanche because I do Audible, and I haven't bought one in a few months. I won't say how many, but I do have unused credits. So literally, it doesn't have to be anything because I've listened to all the ones that I already have.
Yeah. I want to pick something that's specifically good as an audiobook, not just a good book. And I want you to listen to Sadie by Courtney Summers.
I don't even know what that is.
No, it is. I would call it more new adult / adult.
Okay.
It's put in YA a lot, but the protagonist is like 19 or something like that. It's much darker than general YA.
Oh.
Part of this audiobook is done in the form of a podcast. And so you're like listening to this like true crime podcast while you're hearing this story. So the guy doing this podcast is...
is it produced in that fashion?
Yeah, like you'll have like intro music before the podcast and stuff like that. It's very cool. And he's doing a podcast about a girl who has gone missing. Her name's Sadie, and she went missing shortly after her little sister was killed. And he's like trying to retrace her steps and find out what happened to her. And meanwhile, you are going back to where Sadie went, and you're following Sadie and what's happened to her. It's so good. It's very dark. There's a lot of like fucked up shit in it. Yeah, but it's so well done, and the audiobook is phenomenal.
And that was my part of the TBR. In part 2, just in case we do this in 2 parts.
2 parts.
Is Rebecca's TBR, because we can't do anything in a timely fashion.
No.